Hey, wonderful people. I hope that everyone is doing well. So, this is going to be a reading that I decided to do about the Ohio train derailment, which has happened, I think, a couple of weeks ago or something like that, and now is raising lots of concerns. Now, there are growing concerns about the safety of people in the area because the train was transporting toxic chemicals that are now poisoning the water, the air. So there's air pollution as well, water pollution, and so on. There were many animals that died as well. It was a devastating event, like the collateral damage is incredible. I think it is being reported that 43,000 animals died. And I want to see what happened there, if it was an accident or if it was an event that was caused by some important and powerful institutions or government and things like that. So I don't know what I'm gonna get here, but let's see what the cards are saying. People are really upset about this. So, okay, we have the tower that just popped out like that. Okay, so this is talking about the event itself. So, Ohio train derailment. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Cups. We have the Nine of Wands reversed. Okay, so Ohio. Okay, we have Judgment. Okay, and then bottom of the deck we have the Five of Pentacles. All right, the Five of Pentacles is talking about the response to this event. When it's upright, is this feeling of disease, a loss, being left out in the cold, something terrible that happened, and people are feeling like they are losing their homes, they are losing what was safe for them, like losing the safety net as well. Most of the time when it's reversed, it's talking about relocation and then a new home as well. So I believe that this event, this devastating event, will be followed by many people relocating from the area. So that is what I see here as an underlying energy, a lot of movement in that sense, relocation. So we have the tower that popped out. It was the first card. And that is that dramatic situation that is coming out of nowhere, something that no one expected. And we have a Queen of Pentacles next to it, very interestingly, which is a feminine energy. Is there like a feminine leader or like a female that is in charge in the area? Because what I see here is like someone is not getting what they want. Like someone is not getting what they want, and then this is that feminine energy that is not getting what they want. So this event is very much related to that. Okay, the Nine of Wands reverse is saying that there's no other solution than to defend ourselves. So this is talking about defensiveness, like being overly defensive sometimes as well. And it's also talking about sometimes paranoia, like paranoia about being attacked, or other people want to hurt us, other people want to cause us suffering and things like that. And it's also like being overly vigilant, and then obstacles. So it's a little bit like the public now is very upset about what happened, and that it feels like there's no immediate resolution to it because the government doesn't want to respond to that, and that is raising questions in the collective. So why they don't want to respond to this, or they are not taking necessary measures when it comes to dealing with this problem, when it's a real problem. So instead of the government dealing with local problems that are happening in the country, so we are talking about the USA, they are dealing with certain things that are outside of the country, and that is raising questions in people. But I feel like there's a little bit of paranoia about being attacked. And even when things are only accidents, so accidents happen, the tower can be an accident, not necessarily something that was fabricated and manufactured. Even if there's an accident, people are already suspicious about that accident. Judgment is talking about the public and the judgment of the public. Okay, so this doesn't mean that it was necessarily only an accident, but what I see here is that the people are a little bit too suspicious about that, because I cannot blame them. I would be suspicious, and I am suspicious as well whenever I do a reading like this. I'm suspicious about the governments and then these institutions, because why wouldn't I be? Okay, let's see what else. We have the Queen of Cups, we have Death, and we have the Ten of Pentacles. So the Death reverse is talking about wanting to avoid some big changes and not wanting those changes to happen. We have the Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. So again, like a lot of feminine energy here. I don't know what is going on here, but we have the Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. No masculine energy here whatsoever. That's why I would be curious if the leader or someone that is in charge of this whole situation is a female or not, because there's a lot of feminine energy here, and only feminine energy. Ten of Pentacles reversed is talking about family conflict, almost like being left out of inheritance, loss of inheritance. It can talk about like some influential families as well, and some conflicts, some financial conflicts within the family. But it's also like a falling from grace a little bit. And it's cautioning like to not to get involved in poor risk projects and financial affairs. So I feel like there was a risky situation here with this train. Someone got involved in that even though they knew that it will cause some problems. So I feel like there were some warnings, but those warnings were ignored. So definitely there's something about finances here, because the Page of Pentacles is like the beginning of something, or laying the foundations of like projects, the foundations of some financial investment and things like that. But we are trying to avoid a transformation from happening because we are afraid. Almost like those that are in charge of this, or were in charge, were holding on to something that was no longer working, and that was causing this particular event, which is okay, it's an accident, but we don't know what is behind that yet. There's a feminine energy behind that. I can definitely feel that. But the Death reverse sometimes can talk about revolution as well, you know, the revolution of people. That this can cause some real, almost like a revolution like energy in the collective. Page of Swords. She's a woman as well. And the Page of Swords can talk about someone that is working for the government or for the military. It can be a double agent as well. And like literally we have two pages here, okay? We have two pages. It's almost like someone is doing the dirty work for the Queen of Swords. That is like a feminine energy. There are some important people that are in charge here, be it like the owners of the company or people that are involved in that corporation. But there are people that are doing the dirty work here with the pages. Magician, the Magician reversed. Three of Wands. And this is the card of business and commerce, like people having, you know, this teamwork when it comes to their business. And this is making me think that they knew what the risk is. So they knew what is going to happen if they are ignoring certain warnings. But there's this false magician energy here as well, which is miscommunication, misuse of power, misdirection, like a destructive energy, definitely, like using someone's power. So someone using their power destructively. It's almost like with the Knight of Pentacles is like this energy of we are stuck. So we know what is going to happen because we have the insight, right? We can look into the future. We can see, you know, like the warning in this. We can see the risk, but we are stuck and we don't know what to do about that. And there's this destructive energy here behind that as well. The High Priestess, Magician, High Priestess. King of Cups as well. I feel like there's a business deal here. We are talking about a business deal. But then there are some more powerful influences above that. Four of Pentacles, like exchange of money, but then being very afraid of losing that money, you know, like being afraid of bankruptcy. So we have to, you know, go forward with certain plans if we want to avoid like a big loss of money, because we did have the Ten of Pentacles that was reversed as well, which is talking about inheritance and a lot of money and the loss of money or the risk of losing a lot of money. And then the Four of Pentacles is also this energy of bankruptcy. And the Hermit is very much this energy of getting instruction from an expert. And the High Priestess is telling me that there are some influences here that are knowing what they are doing. And the High Priestess is always that occult influence, and is talking about trust as well. So in a sense, like those that are doing the dirty work, and again, like we have the Six of Cups as well, which is like a very naive, very innocent energy. It can talk about the past too. So those that are doing the dirty work are either stuck, but then they are trusting that they are doing something that they should do. But then there are some influences and some powerful people that are behind this, that are having more expertise. But I definitely feel like someone knew what was going to happen, but they ignored the warnings and they ignored the red flags. And definitely there was some instruction that was coming. So on a lower level, I feel like there was losing a fear of losing of money, fear of certain changes. That's why we had the death reversed as well, or not looking into certain things that are outdated or are needing some repair. Just, you know, to give an example, because we don't have the finances, or we are afraid to lose certain you know, we are afraid to lose money. So there's money that is involved here, that a lot of money that can be lost. On a higher level, there was more than that. Okay, yeah, interesting. Let's see what's gonna be the consequence of this, because there are some huge consequences here when it comes to the environment as well. So what are the consequences of this? Consequences. Okay, we have the Seven of Swords. This is talking about getting punished. So I feel like certain people, certain individuals that were in charge will get caught. Okay, so this is talking about getting caught. The Hermit, isolation, and we have the Six of Cups. So consequences. Can talk about jail sentence as well, the Hermit, because it's talking about isolation from the rest of the world. Four of Wands, and then we have the Queen of Cups. Five of Wands reversed. So there are some conflicting energies here, and definitely there's some conflict that I feel like is being expected. We can expect some conflict, but when the Five of Wands is reversed, is talking about like resolutions as well. Okay, so like we are finding some resolution to that conflict, or we are holding people accountable. I feel like people might be held accountable, but unfortunately, because we have the Six of Cups as well, and that is this energy of innocence and reunions as well, there might be people that are not even to be held accountable. So maybe innocent people will be suffering as well. The Six of Cups can also talk about children, and I feel like people need to be very careful. And look at that, there's pollution there. So I feel like people that have children need to be very careful that are living in the area, because it can be very poisonous for them. Their well-being is in danger, and their health is in danger. So I feel like those chemicals are particularly dangerous for children. Okay, so this can mean that as well. But I also feel like maybe people that are innocent will be held accountable as well. And this is talking about the environment. And I feel like there will be a lot of profit orientation as well that will come to the surface. Many things will get revealed, I feel like. And this is talking about also dishonesty. Dishonesty in the area. Like dishonesty about what happened in the area. Oh, there can be some relocation as well. Hmm. Yeah. There will be loads of lies, a lot of dishonesty in the mainstream media as well, I feel like, about what really happened. Seven of Pentacles is work without reward and then processing a loss. So there will be attempts for justice, like holding these people accountable. Five of Swords and trying to find resolutions. But then look, all the kings are reversed, which is that masculine, imbalanced masculine energy. The Chariot. Ten of Cups. I feel like there will be a lot of relocation, as I said, like families will relocate. Because this is talking about travel and movement. So, but then there will be other people that will be stuck. Oh, this is quite sad. Okay, let's pull a few keywords. So, Spirit, Ohio, Train, Derailment. Let's see what we are having. So we have vegetables. So definitely the wildlife is suffering a lot. And nature and plants and animals. Past life. That's interesting because we got the past. Thoughts. Potential. We have organic. Light. So I feel like many things will come to the light. We'll see the light of the day. Karma. This is what I was thinking about, because we have past life, we have karma. There are some things, I keep saying that because it comes true in many of my readings that, the disasters and things that are happening in the world right now, many of them are karmic events. And I feel like this is one of those events as well. We have past life as well. And regulation. So I feel like there will be some changes in regulation as well when it comes to these toxic chemicals and how to transport these toxic chemicals. So there will be some changes. There will be thinking about how to change this, and then a lot of initiation. So people will initiate changes as well, and then justice to be served. And there's a potential, I feel like, for justice to be served, and things will come out. But the wildlife and animals and nature is something that, so this event will have a negative impact on, it can be biodiversity as well. Okay, what else? Okay, we have a lot. We have hiding, so there's some hiding of the evidence, obviously. We have balance, busy, trust, structure. So there are lots of changes that are being followed by this particular event. I feel like internal war. And we got like the Four of Wands, which is talking about the environment as well. So there will be some conflicts in the environment, like internally. Memories, and again we have past life, memories, change, definitely. Sharing. And we have excuses. Yeah, of course, excuses, hiding, trying to hide the truth, maybe holding accountable those that are not even to be held accountable. But I feel like there's a lot of potential, as I said, for justice to be served. Yeah, so I hope that people are going to be fine and there will be a resolution to that. And it's very sad that the government, the US government is taking more time and energy in dealing with international affairs rather than dealing with something internally. So this internal war, it can be like this revolution, as I was saying, with the death reversed. It can trigger an internal war. like a little bit like a civil war kind of energy. And if there are many things like this that will happen in the near future, oh my god, that can be definitely a reason for a civil war or a revolution to happen. And I wouldn't blame people. Like, enough is enough. All right, guys, so this is what I'm seeing. I hope it resonated. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up and then subscribe to my channel as well. I have another channel which is called Evelin Barta. You can visit that. And I'm sharing my thoughts about things that are happening in our collective there as well. Also, if you want to support my work, I have a Patreon. And if you want to book a personal reading, you will find information about that down below in the description box. So thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Take care, and I cannot wait to see you next time. Bye.